Oh my gosh, guys, fasting is so much easier than just even moderately cutting calories. Now, it depends on what diet you're cutting calories on, but seriously, like I am 3 days fasted and I am less hungry and have more energy than all the days that I was trying to moderately cut calories, like by even a few hundred calories on a low fat, high carb, vegan calories in, calories out. So right now, I'm going to be fasting until I get a significant chunk off of me because it's just making me feel so much better, because it has such an immediate impact on your blood pressure, your heart rate, your energy levels, your inflammation, your water retention. All these things just lead to you feeling gross and not wanting to do anything when you're on other approaches. Now, I don't know about you intermittent fasters though. I mean, I want to talk to you. If intermittent fasting, these are my thoughts on it right now. And so I'd really like to hear you share your opinions. But to me, it's like you're redoing the hardest part of a fast over and over. So my thoughts kind of are that, like, as I end this fast and I transition to my maintenance way of eating, I'll probably want to shift to something like a 3 to 5 days fast, and then like on the weekends, try to learn how to eat correctly when you're more social. Tend to be more social, at least for myself, and we'll see how that goes. Because I mean, right now it's 100, well, I don't want to say 100% mental. There are like 2 or 3 times a day where I have a little bit of a hunger, but the hunger is very different, and I'd like to talk about that. So the hunger, after you get through the 24-hour period, so the 24-hour period, your stomach still has kind of digestive juices and things, and it's still wanting to have food there. So the hunger that you have the first and second day, it can be a little bit more intense, because on top of your insulin dropping, and your insulin's still high, and having actual like true insulin metabolic hunger, but then you also have kind of like the physical manifestation of the grumbly tummy and stuff like that. But I by mid yesterday, my second day, and today, definitely, like, my stomach has sort of just quieted down. It's not bothering me anymore. I'm not experiencing even metabolic kind of hunger. Like, I don't have any kind of like shakes or low energy dips or foggy headedness or feelings of weakness. I don't have any kind of like an ache in my stomach. So long as I stay hydrated and I get my electrolytes in, I'm feeling really great. So I really recommend you try it. You at least try to get to 3 days, go through a full 3 days. And I've heard some longtime fasters say that if you could do 3 days, you could do 100 days, Now, caveats, I know from following a lot of longtime fasters, there tends to be kind of like a day or two, like for people that do like the 40-day Daniel fast and things like that. There does tend to be a day where, the body's probably doing some kind of a shift. And so they do have increased like hunger and stuff on those days. So I don't want to say it's just going to feel the way I feel right now throughout my entire fast. But here's the thing. So like studies for morbidly obese people, they were finding that fasting led to the longest lasting results. And I can kind of understand why from a psychological standpoint. For me, you have more buy-in, like I have the last 3 days, I have put in, the effort, and I have seen such a significant change, not only in weight, but like I said, those other things that just make you feel like shit. So, I have more of a resistance to just slip up and go off plan a little bit, because I have such an immediate feeling of how I'm going to feel when I do that. Whereas if you're just doing calories in, calories out, modest calorie restriction, like what you would do with any diet, doesn't matter the type of diet, if you have a hard day where you're getting hungrier, it feeds into the psychology of this little bit isn't going to make that big of a difference. And so those little bits add up. We all know those little bits add up. And so I think that's part of the reason that fasting kind of helps people. It focuses people, and it keeps them in that right state of mind where they recognize that every single choice you make when you're fasting matters. And so you really have this incentivization to stay focused on exactly what your plan is. So not only every decision that you make in terms of what you eat or what you don't eat, but every decision that you make in terms of, am I going to drink my water? Am I going to drink my water correctly? Or am I going to have to overcorrect later on? So yeah, I've just been having really great experiences, and I encourage you to check it out and see if you have similar experiences yourself, and share with me your experiences, and if you had similar ones, or if you didn't, or if it was and it stopped, let me know. The other thing that I'd really like to talk about is for morbidly obese people is how to get from the couch and doing nothing